student. Please put your hands together for Megan Haleh Afshar.
What better place than here? What better time than now?
I'm little, I know, you wouldn't think. I actually have the lyrics to that end of that song on my vision board. And what Zach De La Roche says is, it has to start sometime, it has to start somewhere. What better place than here, what better time than now? And that's what I want to talk to you guys about tonight, because we're students, right? So many times I hear students say, I've got to keep my head down, I just have to finish this test, I need to get through boards, I need to learn. I'll learn how to adjust later. I'll learn about chiropractic later. I'll go to the seminars later. But just like he said, there's no better place than here. There's no better time than right now. That's what I'm going to talk to you guys about tonight. What can we do as students? We'll go this way. The number one thing that I would say that you guys can do as students is learn how to adjust. You need to find a technique that you resonate with. I personally like upper cervical, personal preference. You need to find something that you like, that you resonate with, and you need to throw yourself into that 100%. We need to learn how to move the bone, how to make the adjustment, how to entice innate to make that innate adjustment so that we can step back, we can leave our people alone and watch them heal from the inside out. B.J. Palmer, the basic, fundamental, and ultimate objective of chiropractic is to get sick people well and to keep the well from getting sick. That's what we have to do. Our main focus is not to jump onto this medical paradigm, but we need to separate ourselves from that. And we're not going to be able to separate ourselves from that by trying to diagnose a medial versus a lateral disc herniation. We're not going to be able to separate ourselves if we're trying to tell people to stretch more or to get a better pillow to sleep on. I didn't spend $200,000. I've not been in school for the last 4 years to tell people that they need to get 8 hours of sleep. That's not changing people's lives. Do we believe that we have the power in our two hands to get sick people well and to keep the well from getting sick? B.J. Palmer says that's the objective of chiropractic, and you know what? I believe him. We need to have a strategic and competitive advantage. We need to learn how to detect and correct vertebral subluxation. That needs to be our primary goal while we are in school. Because if you get out and you don't know how to do that, you're going to be telling people to get some extra sleep and to sleep on this pillow and how to do this kind of stretch or something. And that's not going to be changing lives. We need to learn how to change lives. You need to learn the principle, and you need to own it. We need to be able to tell people when they come into our office that we can help them. We need to have that confidence. We need to have that foundation. We need to be anchored so deeply to this principle that if somebody comes in and says, I have Crohn's disease, I have epilepsy that I've had since I was 10 years old, they're going to take out a part of my brain. Can you help me? We need to be able to say without a shadow of a doubt, yes, yes, I can help you. Are we treating symptoms? No. But we need to be able to believe and know that inside of them is the greatest healer of all. I can do nothing. I know how to remove the subluxation, and I know how to let your body heal. And I know without a shadow of a doubt, it's fundamental, it's a law, that the second that subluxation is removed, the second that your body is communicating at 100% with your innate intelligence, you will heal every single time. Does it look like your Crohn's disease is going away? I don't know, but I know for a fact that you are better off unsubluxated than you are subluxated. A lot of times they say, I don't know if you guys hear this here, but the further I get along in practice and we're taking business courses and marketing, and they're talking about the utilization of chiropractic. You don't want to be in a city where there's too many other chiropractors. You don't want to be too close to another massage therapist or whatever. And if you're getting this, if sick people are getting well in your office, if there's kids that are progressing above and beyond the medicated, drugged up, vaccinated kids in their class, and they're coming out of your office, you're going to be utilized. Guaranteed. People will pass 100 other chiropractors to get to your office because things are happening in your office. Because sick people are getting well, and the well are keeping well, not getting sick. Whatever I would say after that. I freaking love this. You guys have to not be afraid to stand up for what you believe in. We know this. We hear this in chiropractic history classes. People went to jail so that I have the right to stand here and talk to you guys about chiropractic. These guys had moxie, and that's what we need. We need that same passion burning inside of us that we don't care. We don't care what they're going to take away from us, what they're going to do to us. B.J. Palmer said, I will sell chiropractic, serve chiropractic, and save chiropractic if it takes me 20 lifetimes to do it. I will promote it within the law and without the law, in keeping with the law or against the law, in order to get sick people well and keep the well from getting sick. B.J. Palmer changed the face of chiropractic more than any person who has come after him. And what's amazing is that we all have this same potential inside of us. We have the potential to change chiropractic, to shape the face of chiropractic. But we're just students, right? What can we do? A year ago, I came and I spoke to you guys, and I shared with you the rally that we had against the president of the ACA coming to speak at our school. And it was amazing. We had students who knew nothing of what's going on in the politics of chiropractic coming and getting involved. We now have more students who are involved in the ICA than ever before. And just, it's not even about ACA versus ICA, they're just involved. They care about chiropractic. They know that there's a war out there that we're fighting. The CCE is still undergoing investigations from something that happened 2 years ago. A lot of complaints were brought against the CCE, and a lot of them were signed and sent in by students. I don't think we realize a lot of times the power that we have, the voice that we have, the strength that we have if we band together. We have a very, very strong voice. Got to get around some like-minded people. A lot of you guys know my story. I started off at Cleveland Chiropractic College in Los Angeles. And 2 years ago, 2 years into my program also, it shut down. We all had to find new schools to go to. You guys gained about a dozen from my school up here. And I had to, for the first time, actually look at where I wanted to go to school. I couldn't choose something based on, I'm from Los Angeles, it was in Los Angeles, it was very convenient. So I ended up going out to Life in Georgia. Best thing that's ever happened to me in my life. I lost a year of school. I will now have been in school 4.5 years by the time I graduate. Should have been 3.5 years. I lost a year in transferring. Best thing that's happened to me in my entire life, because I realized once I got onto that campus of Life University that I did not know what chiropractic was. I'd been in school for 2 years. I'd had my nose in a book. I had never heard about innate intelligence. I didn't know what a subluxation was. And I'm so blessed to have met so many amazing people who have held my hand when I got there, showed me what chiropractic was, proved to me this principle. They brought me to DE. I don't know how many of you guys know about DE. You guys need to get there. They pay for a majority of your flight. They put you guys up. It's in Atlanta, which it's not Hayward, right? But it's pretty cool. And they teach you the principle. My new friend Joshua, who I met out in the hallway, was talking about being dipped. You guys need to be dipped. We need to stay in this principle. We need to do it more than 4 times a year, but DE meets 4 times a year. You need to stay on track. And if DE is not your thing, great. You guys have LCW. You guys have so many opportunities here to get dipped, and you need to get dipped often. These are my people. And I know without a shadow of a doubt that I could call one of 50 of these people at any moment, and they would drop everything and help me. My mentor, who I'm actually peaking with right now, he says if your why is big enough, the hows will take care of themselves. So I'll challenge you tonight. What's your why? Why are you doing this? I'll tell you mine. One of my best friends back home, he lost his brother about 3 years ago to a very long and very arduous battle with depression. And when I first met him, we were talking about Clearview Sanitarium. I don't know how many of you know this, but it was a mental hospital where B.J. Palmer adjusted schizophrenics and people with bipolar and people who are severely depressed. And they got amazing results. And he started to cry, my friend, and he said, why didn't I hear about this before? Why am I just hearing about this now? He said, I had my hand around this boy's neck so many times as I was kissing him and hugging him and just telling him that I loved him, and I never knew to touch right here. Why didn't I hear this before now? And that cut me deeper than I'll ever be able to explain to anybody. That's my why. Because I will be damned if in Greenville, South Carolina, there is one person who loses their life to depression without hearing that they have hope in chiropractic, without hearing this principle that I'm so firmly grounded on because of these amazing people. We need to be able to tell somebody when they come into our office that we can help you. Again, we're not treating symptoms, but I know I can help you, and I know that your life will be better off if you're not subluxated than if you're subluxated. B.J. Palmer, at the end of volume 37, I won't read all of it because I don't have much time, but he says at the very end, you need what we now give you. Out there in those great open spaces are multitudes seeking what you possess. And you guys, that's the truth. We are in a lost, lost world, and we are a beacon of light and a beacon of hope, and there are so many people out there seeking what you have. You can't keep it to yourself. You need to get grounded in this principle now. You need to be able to go out and kick ass. I'm sorry I said a bad word on stage. When you get out there, you need to be able to show people this hope because they need it. We are in a sick and dying world. So I know I have about negative 30 seconds, but I want you all to stand up. D.D. Palmer was put on trial for practicing medicine without a license. And as the judge read the verdict of guilty, and as the bailiff came up to take him away, he stood up and he threw up his hands. And he said, as long as I have these two hands and there are sick people to get well, I will use them. I want you guys to do that. Put up your hands. And this is our proclamation. We're students, but we're awesome and we're powerful. Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. As long as I have these two hands and there are sick people to get well, I will use them. One more time. As long as I have these two hands and there are sick people to get well, I will use them. I love and appreciate you guys.